Another audio commentary done by KeRo, and this is going to be another King of the Hill match. King of the Hill match number 9 from the Night Elf perspective. Correction from last game I commentated of NeMaTo's. It is not NeMaTo, it's NeMaTo. Sorry about that. Trying to clear that up. I don't know, my mispronunciations are kind of bad. But anyway, this is going to be 1x replay speed. I haven't seen this game yet, so I don't know who wins. I don't know what happens. My guess would be NeMaTo wins, just because he did win 3-2, and it was probably 2-2 before this. Now looking at it, this was game 5, so NeMaTo does indeed win this. But just to clarify some beginning action going on here, not really much. Typical Night Elf build, bringing that Ancient of War out here. That Ancient of War is used to absorb the damage from the creeps and also to do some damage early on. Again, I've been saying this 100 times, guys. It's happened more and more. If you haven't checked out some of my other commentaries already, I did upload one today of Czech vs. Sky, a very interesting game where, if you haven't seen already, I feel sorry for you. It's a very innovative human strategy, and it's a kind of long game. It's around 27 minutes, but it is indeed enjoyable to watch. You'll see NeMaTo going for his exciting Warden strategy, which does remind me of the game versus Sky, except Ty's human, and Mios or Mios, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is indeed the opponent in this game. He's the undead player. So if I didn't mention it before, this map is Tarina's Stand. It is Mios versus NeMaTo, and Mios is undead from West, who's actually an NW as well. He was the previous King of the Hill, and now NeMaTo is challenging that after losing his title to, I forget who it was, but he did lose it. So, anyway, trying to keep up with that. An early Acolyte Scout going into NeMaTo's base, and it does look like, indeed, NeMaTo is going to try to pull off that creeping early, walking that Ancient of War into the side creeps while using his Scout Wisp to figure out what is going on with Mios. Mios scouting this early game hit, and we'll see if NeMaTo is going to use that Archer to inflict some damage at this location where these Apprentice Wizards are, and he's not. He's actually hurting his Warden more than anything. No, just kidding. Never mind. Reading the wrong lightning graphic. He's indeed hurting the creep. What you'll see pro players do, and I'm not sure if it's the new per-usual strategy for pro players, you'll see them indeed try to go and bring that lightning shielded Archer who is infected by that wizard, and they will bring it to this location to deal some mega damage. I have seen that done. They'll usually hide the Archer and will do the damage per nighttime, but I guess that's not going to happen. I guess he wanted to save some health on the Archer and just hit the creep, which was pretty good placement of the Archer, now that I look at it. It was good placement because of the fact that it wasn't hurting the Warden, but it was just in range of that creep to do some extra lightning damage to make that creeping process go faster. And as I've said on the Czech game, another Ancient of War coming from NeMaTo, so he's doing basically bet check strategy right now, which, if you haven't seen it, I commentate heavily on it last game. It is going for that second of Ancient of War to use it to creep the Merc camp, and it's going to get that Warden quickly to level 3, because, as we know, level 3 Warden is going to cause some problems for any player, not just human, not just Orc, but, well, you don't see it versus Orc very much, but versus Undead as well, it's going to cause problems. Sometimes, again, I've commented on this before, but just in case you haven't seen those other ones, sometimes the Warden will go for a retraining retraining talent book, and that will let the player respec their talents, in a sense, or skills rather, so they'll choose to go. Though sometimes pro players will leave their warding talents left to 0, so they'll have 3 extra skill points. They'll spend them once, and then they'll respec later to do some harassing damage and get Phantom Knives instead of Shadow Strike. And again, we have some early game damage. NeMaTo wisely getting out of the way. He's gonna Shadow Strike that Death Knight, and he's gonna try to heal his Ancient of War that has been interrupted during the creeping, carefully bringing his archers back. And Mios trying to get a surround off on the Archer, but again, it's not going to work. Another deciding Shadow Strike being fired for Mios, and again on Mios, excuse me, and again he's carefully healing off his units. So NeMaTo's going to try to get Mios to waste all his coils early game. Again, the mana of the Death Knight is not unlimited, and some good micro here by NeMaTo, squeezing through the cracks here, trying to pick off those archers, and he better fire a Shadow Strike pretty soon, or that ghoul's not going to go down, and indeed didn't go down. So that Shadow Strike now going off, and on a new ghoul, which was a wise play, because he needs to hit different ghouls, and you see an Archer goes down for NeMaTo, and NeMaTo's bringing his Archer back. He's bringing a Wisp out to detonate to kill those skeletons. And, well, nope, didn't happen. The Wisp was killed a little too quickly, so that's going to be a fairly useless wisp right there. He's going to bring another one, and he's going to try to detonate. He does detonate. A couple skeletons going down. You can see these ghouls on marginally low health. Some good micro going on from NeMaTo. Dancing his archers around, making sure to avoid all possible damage. And you see NeMaTo with just a little bit of water, mana left, almost hitting level 3. So NeMaTo can kill one ghoul and get level 3, so that's going to be important for him. If he does decide to blink at 50 mana, he will catch up to that ghoul. My guess is he does have blink. He'll try to blink ahead of that Death Knight, but again, that's not going to happen. He's too far ahead. And so he'll then focus on this creep camp instead to get his level 3. Tree of Ages coming out for NeMaTo, as well as a Hunter's Hall and a Ancient of Wonders. So I'm guessing that one, he may have forgotten about it, his Hunter's Hall. Usually at the professional, well, not to say we're dealing with the professional game right now, but usually the timing is the Hunter's Hall finishes around the time of the Tree of Ages. It's different for every player that I've seen, so I'm trying to get a standard set up, a Panda coming out for NeMaTo, so he's going to work on a Warden Panda dual hero strategy, which is typical. Death Coil homing in on the Archer and killing the Archer. Surprised NeMaTo didn't try to block just a little bit there, but again, that's just minor mistakes. Not even a mistake, even just a minor, nothing really happening there. Again, he's going to try to focus on killing off those archers, or sorry, skeletons that have been summoned from Mios, and Mios is going to try to dispose of those skeletons in the camp right here, trying to drag NeMaTo in to no avail. It won't happen. Wow, that was a long streak. Anyway. We have a mana potion being used by NeMaTo, and this is going to, still screwing it up, guys, sorry about that, but this is going to heal, and he has been attacked, so it's going to negate the effects of the mana potion. But the Warden's mana pool is needed. If you don't have mana when you're a Warden, you're pretty much useless, so he's going to get that mana potion and be able to do some harassment, which he definitely is going to do with this Warden. He's going to scout out the undead as well as do some harass. My guess would be he's going to warp in, pick off some acolytes, then warp out using the blink spell. I don't think he has another clarity potion, so he is going to be fairly low on mana. He only has 140, and he does got that gargoyle, so NeMaTo knows that Mios is going for the ghoul and gargoyle strategy, and he will prepare accordingly. My guess would be that he is going to get an Ancient Protector, and he does. That Ancient Protector went up fairly recently, so my guess was he was expecting it at some point in time, but he didn't know exactly what the undead was going to do. So my guess would be he's assuming it, but he might have seen the strategy. I might have missed something. But my guess would be it was based on assumption rather than scouting. And again, I could have missed a scout that you guys might have seen, or I could have just missed a period. And you see that Mios is indeed focusing on picking off one of those ghouls goes down while he's creeping. So some multitasking that I've been talking about recently in my past commentaries, the importance of multitasking and microing. And this is where the speed in Warcraft 3 comes into play. Not just the spam APM, but the speed APM, where you're able to control both armies at the same time, where the Warden's doing her job by harassing, and the Panda's doing his job by leveling up as fast as possible, because a high-level Panda is going to cause some large problems for the undead player, and you can see exactly that NeMaTo is just trying to cause some huge problems for Mios here. He's trying to limit Mios' ability to, he's trying to contain for one, and he's trying to do some positive damage to Mios and indeed scout all at once. So it's a fourfold benefit. And indeed, he did see those gargoyles. I don't know if you guys saw those. I did on my screen. The gargoyles coming back. So the gargoyles do find that he is indeed multitasking, and so what Mios is going to do is try to take down those archers. He's going to try to have a confrontation right now. The Warden working at the bottom of the map here, and you can see NeMaTo hot alt clicking, so that's going to cause a ping, and he's going to focus on that Lich, even though the Death Knight has plenty of mana to heal the Lich. So two archers go down, and NeMaTo is at a bit of a disadvantage. And again, I'm not sure why he was at the shop. He was probably using Reveal to see what indeed Mios had that could have been his what he wanted to do, but maybe not. He isn't going for that early Tree of Eternity tech, so my guess would be he's going to go for the Lumber and going for Mass Dryads. He didn't get the Goblin Shredder, and as we've gone over before, the Goblin Shredder is important to get Lumber very, very quickly.